Happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath. Okay. So today's health nugget. I want to mention something that when we normally do health nuggets here, we actually don't give much information. So, like now, today we are going to talk about hypertension. That's high blood pressure. So, whenever we talk, we just talk a little bit. So, if you need more information, like last time we talked about ulcers. So, if you need more information, reach the health department. They can get you some things to read about. They can guide you in the process so you can eliminate ulcers. You can see Sister Ruth and Brother Robert. So having said that, God says that you should strive that you prosper in what? In truth. Also, prosper in what? In health. So health, it is interconnected, right? So the moment your body is in spirituality, will be impaired. So we should regard the brain because here is the zeal of God. It's going to be placed there. I don't want to take much time. So why is hypertension called a silent killer? So it's because it so often feels few symptoms. So that's why it's known as, I want us to do there's some research in America. Nearly a half of adults in the United States, that's close to 108 million, that's 45%, have hypertension defined as systolic blood pressure, that's above 130. And then you can read by yourselves. And then we have about a half of the adults with uncontrolled hypertension, that's high blood pressure, that's 140 over 90. So high blood pressure was a primary and contributing factor, cause of death for more than 494,873 people in the United States only in 2018. So we can call this a pandemic. So what's hypertension? Hypertension is high blood pressure is a common condition that will catch up with most people who live in the older age. When it is too high, it raises the heart workload and can cause a serious damage to the arteries. Over time, uncontrolled high blood pressure increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, and kidney. Go forward. Now, let us know our numbers. These are not the numbers. So this chart I took it from the American Heart Association, so it's so credible. So the blood pressure category, you can see the normal. You can see it's 120 over 80, and then when it just tends to rise, we call it the elevated. That's from 120 to 129, and then the diastolic is less than 80. And then we also have 130 to 139, and that's over 80 over 89. And then high blood pressure, that's now stage 2. It's 140 or higher, and the diastolic, it's 90 or higher. And then we have the hypertensive crisis. That's higher than 180 over 120. I'm not here to scare us that this is a silent killer or whatever reasons. God has given all this information so that we can understand and try to navigate, because He has always given ways for God's people so that we can navigate. This information is supposed to help us, right? So what now the causes of hypertension? Number one, we have obesity, whichever you can call it. And then we have inactivity. I want to talk about inactivity. Like in America, yes, we have come to make money, friends. But there's a different reason as to why God has called us to be in this land of opportunities. The most important thing is what? Doing His work. So also, you cannot just live like that, you have to work. But now, how can you balance work and your health. This is a point whereby, like now imagine, let me talk something. Let me talk something. Like now, you can go and do triples. The only distance you walk is from your house to your car. And then from your car to your workplace. You sit down there the whole day, and then you come back. You don't have time to make food, healthy food for yourself. You go to KFC, killing folks continually, and then you go to McDonald's. You go all these things which injure the body. So your body lacks the vital foods which, that's part of the inactivity. So make sure you balance your work. Make sure you have enough time to rest. Take a rest, friends. This is your health. So you must pay also we have alcohol. We have genetics. It can be genetics. We have smoking. We have low calcium and magnesium. We have stress. We have salt. So these are the ingredients you need to, to modify them. Let's continue, please. The next slide. So hypertension, what's the risk factors of what? High blood pressure. Number one, it can cause what? A stroke. It can cause a stroke, which is very disastrous. It can cause something known as retinopathy. Pathy means it comes from disease. And then retinal comes from what? The ear. So you can see, like, when we talk about the symptoms of the high blood pressure, we can also have, like, a listening sound from the ear. So these are now the headache. Yeah, let's go forward. We have the headache, difficulties in breathing. We have blurred vision, rapid pulse, or feeling of dizziness, the nosebleeds in the ears. And then severe hypertension can cause fatigue, nausea, vomiting, confusion, anxiety, chest pain, and muscle tremors. So these are diseases which we need to take care of, friends. Let's continue. Now, what are now the solutions? I'm not going to talk about the pharmacological solutions, but I'm talking about the natural remedies. This book I'm going to recommend for you guys. It's known as the natural remedies. It does like thousands of diseases and natural remedies. It's from the Seventh-day Adventist. So it does natural. You can write that book. It's in Amazon. It is in Harvest Time books, if you can find it. So stress, fear, anger, and pain increases their blood pressure. So adequate daily outdoor exercise helps reduce the effects of stress. And then avoid meat and dairy products. Avoid meat and dairy products. These have, we have saturated fats and unsaturated fats. So we should be consuming more of unsaturated fats and leave alone the saturated fats, which we also have trans fats, like the one which, like, when we talk about hydrogenation, I'm not going to talk about that more. So what I'm trying to talk about, animal products, they have a lot of saturated fats, which can cause high lipidemia, high cholesterol in the body. So when this cholesterol gets into the body, the blood vessels narrows. So like now, imagine a situation whereby the blood vessels in your brain get narrowed. So the moment the blood pumps a small agitation, and then your blood pumps, then the blood vessels burst in the brain, you can cause a stroke and they can lead to death. So we have garlic, kitunguu saumu, for those who can understand Swahili. So garlic lowers the blood pressure. It tends to normalize it. You can read about that. You can ask for this slide later, we can send it. Obtain sufficient rest at night. Do not eat later, several hours before bedtime. So we must have some time, eat, and give your body to digest the food before you sleep. And so don't eat just at night, so that in the morning when you wake up, you feel like somebody was chasing you at night. So keep your weight low. Loss of weight lowers the blood pressure. Exercise. Have a work plan. You don't have to go, the gym. You cannot have to do that. Just after eating, just make a little walk where you can get fresh air. Let us understand the new start. So next. You can also do like fasting. I don't know whether we do fasting. We can also do fasting. So I talked about that when the situation is critical, special care must begin to produce is stressful. There are some situations like the hypertensive crisis, friends. That one you must seek medical attention so that you can, get into control. We are not telling people not to go to the hospitals, but it's better prevention than what? Than cure. So I hear that God has not desired that these people can be on medication throughout. No, that's not God's plan. God has given a way out. The only thing is obedience. There's a Bible says, obedience is better than what? May God bless you.